Fortnite video, and it is time. It is season 7 and I have got my week 1 challenges guide for you. And real quick guys, speaking about updates, I now have a support a creator code. I know it took a while, we ran into some technical issues setting it up, but I've got that fixed so you can now use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. So if you want to help me make up for some lost time there, simply click the button in the bottom right of the item shop, type in TheLlamasir, click enter, and you guys can support me in making more of these guides. But yeah, for today's guide, I'm going to be showing you stuff like the different forbidden locations that you need to dance in, the stages challenge that requires you to find a crown of RVs and stuff like that, and then tips and tricks for the other ones as well, like how to deal headshot damage pretty easily, and also tips for the other ones as well. So it's going to be a very fun video. If you guys do enjoy it or find it helpful, be sure to hit that like button down below. I seriously do appreciate it a ton. And on top of that, be sure to comment your favorite item out of the new battle pass. I mean, I've got to say, the new skin, the new like tier 100 skin, the Ice King I think is called, and also Lynx are some very sick skins, and this video will help you unlock their different variants even faster. So yeah guys, be sure to comment that down below. But jumping into it here, first of all, with the challenges for this week, in case you're not home in order to see them or want a quick overview of the challenges for this week, we're going to be going through the main 7. I'm trying to put this video out as soon as possible, so for the star location or banner location, or even if there is one, I guess we don't know for sure 100% yet, be sure to check the pinned comment down below or something like that at the end of the video. But as for the rest of the challenges here, let's go through them. You've got play matches with at least 1 elimination, and then you got to do that 5 times. You've also got dance on top of a crown of RVs, a metal turtle, and a submarine. I'll show you the locations of those. Super easy. You've got deal headshot damage to opponents and search ammo boxes in a single match stages. I'll show you tips and tricks for those. Dance in different forbidden locations. I'll show you the locations you need for that. And also pick up an item of each rarity and eliminate opponents in different named locations. But the first challenge I want to talk about in this video is a pretty interesting one, and there is some tips I can give you guys to help you get it done even faster, because, you know, some of these challenges do take a little bit of time. But the first of which, the deal headshot damage to opponents, because I know this can be a little bit tough depending on how you play the game, but there are some fast ways to do it in case you want to get this one done as fast as possible. Now, there's a couple of different things you can do, but the first tip I can give you here is to actually try to do this with a couple of other challenges as well. We have a couple of other like elimination challenges coming up that we're going to talk about, but coupling this with those definitely can save you a lot of time if you're trying to, you know, knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, maybe even 3 birds with 1 stone. Again, I'll talk about those more in a little bit, but it definitely can be very helpful. On top of that though, if you have a tough time just getting eliminations or getting headshot damage specifically, there's one way to do it super easy, and actually there's 2 ways. The first of which is to do one of the limited time modes, whatever it is at the time. Like right now it's Team Rumble, but if it switches to something else where there are respawns, that's definitely a very easy way to, you know, rack up some of that headshot damage and specifically aim for that without risking, you know, getting eliminated and not respawning. On top of that though, you could also play in like squads, and with your team, when you knock somebody, you can go up to them and get the headshot damage that way, because they're a lot easier target, they're slower, and it can definitely be a very quick and very easy way to do it that way. And then after that guys, let's go over a fairly quick one, and then we'll jump into it with the dance in different forbidden locations. Got a bunch of locations to show you guys for that one, but first of all, the challenge I want to go over before that is the pick up an item of each rarity. I know that sounds pretty straightforward, and honestly it is pretty straightforward, but there's still tips I can give you guys, especially on like getting a legendary, which is definitely the toughest part. Like the ones before that, the, you know, common, uncommon, and rarity, the gray, green, and blue is pretty straightforward. You'll pretty much be able to find that just when you're going to loot anything. But the epic and legendary rarities can be a little bit more tough, but what I would recommend is actually going into Team Rumble, and at the beginning of the match you want to go towards the circle and try to grab some of the supply drops that drop around the map. I believe they drop inside of the circle, and I'm not 100% sure when they do, but since you have glider redeploy in that mode, you can, you know, grab some materials, build some ramps up, and if you see one, fly over to it, and that should be able to help you get, I believe, the legendary items. I'm not so sure about the epic, but you know, for epic you might just have to go around and loot in Team Rumble just normally. Go to somewhere where your teammates haven't landed at and just open every chest you can. You'll eventually find something in that nice purple color, and it'll help you get this challenge done. But then keeping it going here guys with the dance in front of different forbidden locations. This one is a little bit confusing because what exactly are forbidden locations and where are those locations? Don't worry, I've got a bunch to show you here, but the forbidden locations are actually these signs from like way back when, but if you go up to these and dance in front of them, as you can see, it helps to complete the challenge So these are the forbidden location things that you're looking for. Now again, that's a little bit weird because these have been around for a long time, like through a bunch of the seasons. Some of them were removed from the previous season, so don't worry, I'll show you guys some locations right here. But yeah, you just go up to them, use an emote. That's how you do the challenge, at least that's the basics of it. So as you can see here with this first one, this is actually at the llama, the metal llama at the Junk Junction location. We're actually like right outside of it. So if you go up on top of that hill and dance in front of it, that will be your first one done. You don't have to do these in this order. You can really do them in any order, but yeah, moving on to the next one then. This is actually on the hill near Wailing Woods and Tomato Temple, and also I guess Risky Reels. It's sort of like in the triangular position between those, but it's the one with the quad crashers on top. As you can see, just go ahead and dance in front of that one. Now on top of that, and also for a couple of these coming up here, thanks to Real Eclipsio and Diego Herrera 64 on Twitter, so big thanks to them. But you've also got one that I found at the lake, so if you go there right on this rock, as you can see,
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
there is one next to the boat, so just go there, dance in front of it. That's a pretty easy one to get. And then you've also got one next to Salty Springs on top of this mountain right here on the sort of like second to the top level, as you can see, next to some of the zip lines. So that's a pretty good one to land at the beginning of the match, unless you want to build up there. But then you've got one in the desert area on top of this mountain, as you can see right here. So that's another one you may want to land at like the beginning of the match, but it should be pretty easy to get. Now on top of that, you've also got one at the mountain over here where you usually tend to find like a ton of shopping carts and stuff like that. It's near the soccer field. If the soccer field thing is still there, I guess I forgot to check. But you guys remember what I'm talking about. And then you've also got a final one for the 7th one that you're going to need. It is near Frosty Flights. It is at this campsite on top of this little icy hill. And as you can see, it's right out in the open, so that should be a pretty easy one as well. And if that's your last one, it should get you all of these done for the challenge. But keeping it going here with the next challenge, and also we have the RV ones coming up, and also like the metal turtle, stuff like that. But first of all, I want to talk about the search ammo boxes in a single match, and that's just one of, I think, 3 stages. And unfortunately, as of right now, I don't know what the other stages are. I just haven't gotten to that yet. I've been trying to rush through and find the other things for you guys, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be like chests or supply drops or something like that. But for ammo boxes, I do have a way to get done with that fairly fast, but unfortunately, they removed my go-to spot to get these challenges done, the Greasy Grove Der Burger location. It's covered up, so unfortunately, we can't go there for this challenge. So the other thing I would recommend is to just go to like locations with a bunch of houses near them. There's actually this one house that has like 5 ammo boxes if they all decide to spawn. But basically, guys, just go into any game mode, try and land somewhere like with a bunch of houses that not a ton of other people are landing at. And you can even do Team Rumble, which will be perfect for this because you can go far away from your teammates and stuff like that and try and find a location with a bunch of houses by yourself. And that'll help you get this done because you can look through the houses for the ammo boxes. And like, for example, this house right here in Pleasant Park, and I believe it might be elsewhere on the map as well, but in this house, there's an ammo box behind the couch sometimes. Again, they sometimes spawn randomly. There's one under the steps. And if you go up, there's one behind the bed. Then I believe there's one in here, and there can also spawn a 5th one in the attic. So this house is amazing for this, and even if you don't find 5 here, you can just go to the houses next to it in Pleasant Park and you'll have this one done. And then again, if there's chests for the other challenges or like supply drops, as we said, can be easily found in Team Rumble, so that's the best way to do it. But honestly, those should be pretty straightforward. And then after that, guys, you have a super simple challenge, which is to play matches with at least 1 elimination. So basically get an elimination in different matches. This one is super straightforward, but the main tip I can give you guys is to try and do it when you're going for some of the other challenges. If you're going for some of the dance at forbidden location things, maybe get in a pickaxe battle with somebody and try and get an elimination that way. Or there's another challenge coming up which has to do with eliminating opponents, so you can just do it then as well. But yeah, try and do it with some other challenges as well to save a bit of time. But then after that, guys, one of the most important challenges is the dance at a crown of RVs, a metal turtle, and a submarine. And I've got all of the locations to show you right here. Now, real quick before we get into it, guys, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below because I post these guides every single week. So if you want to know some easy ways to get the challenges done, some fast ways, the best way to know about my challenge guides is to hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on. But yeah, guys, getting back into it, it. This is a stage challenge, so you will have to do them in separate matches, but they are pretty far away from each other anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And also thanks to a few people on Twitter for pointing these out to me, such as Childish Chino 9, Real Eclipseal, and also Wolfie. So big thanks to them. But let's get into it here with, first of all, the Crown of RVs. Now this one is a pretty weird one, but it's actually near the Pueblo area, near Paradise Palms, or more specifically the desert biome. As you can see right here, I'm flying towards it. It's on the southern portion of the map, again near that like village, but on top of the hill, so go up there, simply dance at the crown, and that's how you get the first stage done. Now after that then, for the metal turtle, this one is pretty weird as well. These are all pretty much close to the edge of the map, but this one is like right on the edge of the map, alright? So it is near Wailing Woods and also Lonely Lodge. It's on the very eastern portion of the map, as you can see, again near those two locations, and it's pretty hard to miss. It's a pretty big metal turtle, so just go there, land there, dance on top of the metal turtle, and that will be the second stage done. It's really not that hard to do, guys. Again, you'll need to do these in separate matches because the final one is way across the map in the new snowy area, and that is the submarine. Now the submarine is actually pretty interesting because it's like this new model. I have no idea how it got to this location, but it is a pretty crazy looking thing. So in order to find this submarine, again, you need to go to the snowy area, but it's kind of near where Flush Factory used to be. As you can see, it's at this location right here, sort of near the new named location. Can't quite remember the name of it. Happy Hamlet and in between Frosty Flights, near those areas. So go on top of this hill right here, probably at the beginning of the game because it is pretty tall, but dance there, and that should be the final one for this stage challenge. Honestly, guys, not that hard overall. And then for the final challenge I want to talk about, this one is a pretty easy one and a pretty quick one. It is the eliminate opponents in different named locations. Honestly, guys, that is so straightforward. You just need to go around the map getting eliminations in different named locations. However, as I've said with previous ones, definitely try and do this one with the other ones as well. Like if you're dealing headshot damage with this challenge, that's 2 birds with 1 stone. You can also do the play matches with at least 1 elimination and get that one done as well. It's super easy to mix and match these and try to get them done at the same time. So definitely do that, guys. It will help you out a ton. And in the long run, you will get these done quicker. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. And if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos here, such as on the left, going through some update news, and then on the right, another fun video I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.